You want freedom. What does that look like to you? Maybe you've never really thought much about that, but we're going to talk about that today because I think the path to freedom is personified in so many different ways, but really ask yourself, what does freedom look like and what does it look like to you in an everyday life? And my next video is going to cover this in a little bit of a different way. You know, first of all, stop caring what other people think. Because at the end of the day, nobody really cares. That's the truth. Nobody really cares. So if that's the case, then why are you living a life that's in a barricade you created for yourself because of what other people think? You know, people may think my videos are cringy. People might think my mindset, my community is cringe. And fine. Good. This isn't for you. Great. But for the people that do think a certain way, do have ideas of what they want their life to look like, coming back to freedom, what does freedom look like to you? Does freedom look like, I'm going to do whatever they say so I get my pretty pension later on? Is it, I'll do everything they say, I'll keep quiet so I keep my job? Is that freedom? No, I'm like genuinely asking you, is that freedom? Is that freedom to you? I make $200,000 a year, but I'm somebody's bitch. Does that make freedom? What does freedom look like? Does it look like waking up when you want, doing what you want, when you want, going on vacation when you want, traveling when you want, where you want? What does freedom look like? Because in my opinion, I think freedom is maybe with consequence doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, and not letting others have that impact on you. And the way you think, the way you see the world, that's true freedom. Not money, not having an investment portfolio, because there are millionaires, billionaires that are just as much of a slave as the guy making $20,000 a year. So what's the real freedom? If it's not money, if it's not power, then what is freedom? Freedom is to have thoughts. Freedom is not caring what other people think. Freedom is living life on your terms. But people are afraid to do that because most of the time it's not the conventional way that everybody else does things. So freedom is something people will put themselves in a position where I will sacrifice some of my freedoms for the comfort of a paycheck or the comfort of something down the line. And signing your life away in the process. I'm willing to give up these certain freedoms to fall in line so I get something out of it. And it's usually money. But really, how much is money worth to you? If you're willing to sign away your freedom for something maybe you don't even believe in, is it even worth the money at that point? Because what are you going to buy with that money anyway? Are you going to buy bullshit stuff? Go through Taco Bell? Go through McDonald's? Raising Cane's? So that money you're willing to give up your freedom for is so you could buy crappy fast food? Or rent? Or do you do some crazy shit like I do? Like selling fish like having a fitness self-improvement YouTube channel. Most people would think that shit's cringy. But do I care? No. And that is the freedom. The freedom that you're so looking for and desire is right in front of you. But then you make decisions on the back end for the safety and comfort. And the safety and comfort is sold as freedom, but you're giving up other liberties of freedom in order to acquire that. Some of the most free people I've seen are homeless people, are people in jail. And to me and you, that doesn't look like freedom. And it really isn't, in a lot of ways. But in other ways, if they live their life with conviction and doing things that they want to do, and even if it's against the law, I'm not promoting illegal stuff, but in their eyes, that's freedom to them, doing things on their terms the way they want. Not saying I agree with it, but that's freedom. That is freedom. Saying what you want, doing what you want. And if you could do it in a positive way, that's better. But not everybody thinks the way that I do, and most people won't think the way you think either. That's okay. Because last time I checked, you only live one life. We're only here for as long as we're here. And that could end tomorrow for me or you. And what's the impact that you have on this world? If you died tomorrow, would anybody think that you were exceptional? That you were great? And some people don't care about that, and that's fine. But for the people that want to be exceptional, that want to be great and aren't, those are the biggest failure stories out there, because they wanted to be great. They wanted to be something more, but just never actually did it. That's worse. The people that are content and comfortable and okay with that, albeit on them. But if you're uncomfortable every day trying to be better and happy and enjoy the process of that discomfort, I would say that's freedom. And in our globalized world today, where countries are just flags at this point, everybody's pretty much, we're getting extremely close to socialism and communism. It comes back to, what do you see as freedom? What does freedom look like to you? And some people want to give up freedom to stop other people from doing certain things, from police state. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't do that. But that takes away autonomy from people. I'm not saying we should live in a completely free world with no reins or rules or anything like that. But especially with where I'm at, I see a lot of, we are getting pretty damn close to free world. And I don't think that free world is exactly what people hope it's going to look like. But every day we're getting closer and closer to that. So I'll leave it here. What does freedom look like to you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm looking to see your guys' answers. And I'm glad, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time.